All right, everybody. Another week. We're going to do everything a little bit differently this week, though. Instead of going over the GS Pro system or one of the other systems that we customize and build for our members, I'm going to go over the number one thing that we do for the companies we work with that benefits them in the best possible way. Now, what we do primarily when we start with someone in the martial arts space, fitness studios, yoga studios, gyms, is we find out what your lead list is. Now, most people that have been in operation for over a year, they started to build up a lead list. This lead list could be anyone that inquired about your program before, but didn't sign up for whatever reason, or just leads that you got from any type of lead capture campaign you've done. And what we do is we throw them into what we call a lead engine. Right? Now, all that means is that we start off with a campaign, and that campaign could be anything. But the power of it is that it doesn't stop at that campaign. Not only does it not stop at that campaign, but we have automated systems to be able to follow up with a lead who might not initiate on that first response of the campaign itself. Then for any leads that don't follow up on that campaign, that don't answer or respond to that campaign, we have follow-ups. Okay, and over there, we're just worrying about one, but it doesn't matter what this one is. Whatever we use here now becomes events or birthdays or holidays. And for events, this could be anything from Black Friday deals to some kind of annual program that you run, any kind of discounts that you do seasonally, things like that. And we can target your leads based on the time of year and the type of promotion that's worked for you in the past, or the promotions that we found that work as well. But how does it work? So anybody could take their lead list. Message them, email them, follow up with them on a regular basis. If we're talking about, let's talk about a 2,500 person lead list, right? 2,500 people. Let's say you message 20 a day, right? You message 20 a day, some respond, some don't, 20 the next day, 20 the next day, 20 the next day. This starts to roll into a lot of time. It's a full-time job to be able to keep up with all of that. The automations that we've set up and put in place alleviate some of that pressure, but computers can't do everything. There needs to be a human rollover element as well involved in the process, because we found that, I'm sure anybody that's operated a martial arts gym, a fitness studio before knows, if you don't respond to the lead within about 15 minutes, drastically does it reduce the chance that you're going to book that lead. That lead is contacting other martial arts gyms, trying to figure out pricing. And meanwhile, they don't even know the difference between your martial art or another martial art, your yoga style, another yoga style. They don't know. So if you get on the phone with them, you're able to educate them and hook that lead and turn them into a client. The problem with doing this without automating everything is that you can't keep up with it, right? So what we've done is we've developed a series of systems that we use within GS Pro to keep up with all of this. And what are the numbers that you can expect? Why would I say something like, if you have a lead list of at least 1,000 people, you're losing money every day? This is why. So let's say 2,500 people. Out of 2,500 people using our systems, you can expect a booking rate as we continue through this whole process of somewhere between 2 and 10%. But let's just do a moderate, a minimal breakdown, and let's call it 1%. So 1% would be 250. No, I'm sorry. Is that right? No, we're talking about 10%. So 1% would be just 25. There we go. Okay. Right, so 1%, 25. Out of that 1% that book, though, not everybody's going to show. Right, we see that about 70% end up showing to the appointment. So 70% showing would be something like 17. Call it 17. Now, out of those 17 that show, we're going to say about 70% again are the ones that are going to end up signing with your program. Let's call that about 13. Now, how much money do you charge monthly for your program? Let's be moderate. Let's say 100. That would equal $1,300 right there. Okay, but the average LTV, the average lifetime value of somebody that trains in the martial arts or at a fitness studio, and this is regardless of if there's a 12-month contract or an 18-month contract, a 6-month contract, or no contract at all. The LTV on average in the industry is about 9 months or so, we found, right? So if we really wanted to talk about what the value of each of these people are, we would multiply this by 9 and have 13 times 900. Okay, so then we start to get into a lot higher numbers. But this is what's on the table when you're not following up with your leads. And these are very, very, very moderate numbers. As an example, one of our clients, and this is a slow time usually, at the end of the summer, families are going on vacation, school's about to start. Across the board, this is a slow time. We booked 15 appointments in 1 week. In the last month, we've booked over 30 appointments and we've signed a 90% close rate on everything. We have appointments booked into September because we can't handle the bookings for this month. And it's only because we took our leads, we threw them into the engine, and we initiated the campaigns. That's all we did. And we followed up. Now, what we do for our members, we do two different things. If you're the type of business that has a team in place to be able to make phone calls, to be able to handle all of this, then we provide the systems, the builds, and we work with you so that you guys can do the work. That's the whole idea behind everything that we put together, so that you can do all of the work yourself, if that's what you're looking for. But if you would rather have the campaigns and the systems that we've built out ourselves, the startup campaign, the follow-up campaigns, the wording, the scripts, and the breakdown, as well as handling your scheduling, your appointments, and then just updating your Google Calendar, we do that also, because we understand that some gyms don't have the team in place to be able to handle all of that. The best part about all of this, when we do the work for you, we customize everything based on the size of your lead list, what you're doing, and what campaigns you want to implement. But we're so confident in our processes that if we don't follow through with what we're talking about here within the first 30 days, we offer a full money back guarantee. That's how confident we are that you're losing money every day you're not working with us. We've seen all kinds of gyms with lead lists at 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and we ask them all the time, what are you doing with this lead list? Nothing. They throw them a message sometimes for Black Friday, for certain holidays, Labor Day weekend, but rarely even that, because they don't even have systems in place to be able to do that in a safe way. Great example. Gmail is not set up properly to be able to send out messages, emails as a blast. You have to be very careful how many emails you send out on a day-to-day basis. More importantly, this system is used primarily with SMS, business text messaging. We're only sending them text messages. We want to get right in front of them as quickly as possible. Emails aren't the best way to implement this, but emails are a part of it. So if your business itself doesn't have the ability to utilize two-way texting, that's something that we can help you with as well. And it's something really key to what we're doing here also. If anybody has any questions about two-way messaging, about any other details and how we break this down, if you have a lead list of over 1,000 people, let us know. We'll let you know how much it would cost to be able to set this up and keep it going. And if you have a lead list of less than 1,000 people, let me know still. There's other things we can do for you. Even though this program might not work for you right now, we have the ability to be able to infuse the list that you have with new leads, build it up over time, and then get this machine going to work for you from there on. All right. Drop a comment below and be happy to answer any questions that you might have.